Next example, different equation. We're going to solve for y. We're still isolating the variable, isolating y. So just rewriting this, get y by itself. And it doesn't change the fact that we have, we still have this other variable, x. So it's okay for our answer, just like we saw above, it's okay for our answer to contain a different variable other than y. So we're going to get y by itself. The operation that's being acted on y right now is multiplication. This is 2 times y. So when we undo multiplication, we divide. Now I'm going to write this just like this, where I divide every single term. So when we divide, it does hit every number in our equation, every number, every variable in our equation. So our 2's cancel, and that equals y. Y equals x over 2 minus 1/2. Okay. That is a perfectly acceptable answer. So I just want to write down, depending on what your steps look like, you might have different variations of your answer, meaning that they're going to be the same thing, but they're just going to look slightly different. So some of you might have that as your final answer. That's fine. Some of you might have where you bring out the 1/2 and kind of put x to the side. So that's 1/2 x. X over 2, x divided by 2 is the same thing as 1/2 x. So that it's just another way of writing it. And so these 3 are all acceptable answers. Let's go to the next one. A little more complicated than our first 2. So we're going to solve the equation for y. Again, that means to get y by itself. So sometimes it's helpful to really focus on what you're trying to isolate. And we're still using this list in reverse. So nothing to distribute, nothing to combine. The next step is adding or subtracting. From y, I'm adding 4x. It's 3 times y, but I'm adding 4x. So to undo addition of 4x, I'm going to subtract 4x. And just emphasizing again that I'm not lining these terms up because we can't add a constant plus a or minus a variable term. We have to keep them separate. So that's 3y on the left side is equal to 9 minus 4x. Then the last step would be to divide by 3. Every single term. So y is equal to 9 over 3 is 3. And negative 4/3 x. Could you have these flipped around? Yes. And same thing with up here. You could have this flipped around where it's negative 1/2 and positive 1/2 x. That's fine. Okay. Last example, we're solving for x. Or is it the last example? Last example for this video. So we're going to add 2y to both sides because we're isolating x this time. We're not always just isolating y. So we have to pay attention to what it's asking us. So we have 2x equals 5 plus 2y, and then divide every term by 2. Twos cancel, so it's just 5/2 plus y. And because this is a slightly more complex topic, just make sure that you are going back whenever you going back or rewinding or pausing or whatever you need to help you try to understand these examples.